Thinking of a personal getaway, a honeymoon trip, or a family vacation? To get to your destination, booking your flight is one of the first things to do. Imperial Travel and Tours can help you find the best rates and more. We can also book your hotel, car rentals, and more. Thinking of a cruise or group tours? Let Imperial Travel and Tours help you get a nice package. Even for a personal or business trip, we can book return flights for you. Imperial Travel and Tours, booking flights and more.
York Center is a choice location in Toronto for Filipinos to settle and work and set up their businesses. Serving as a counselor in York Center since 2010, James Pasternak has become a trusted friend of the Filipinos in Toronto. Through the years, he finds pleasure in serving and supporting the Filipino community. Counselor James Pasternak, laging maaasahan.
The Design Proposal. We are an international interior design consultation company based between Toronto, Manila, and New York. Our experiences and attention to details ensure that we continue to exceed our clients' expectations. We pride ourselves on our innovation and the ability to collaborate with clients to create a space that they can truly treasure. Visit thedesignproposal.com for more information. Let's talk.
Are you struggling with paying your bills? Are you living from paycheck to paycheck? You're worried about not having money for an emergency? And you have sleepless nights worrying about your retirement? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone. A good portion of Canadians are in the same situation. Hello, my name is Onette Mendoza, and my passion is helping people get out of debt and reach their financial freedom. Coming from the corporate world, I worked hard for the money. But understanding how money works, now my money works hard for me. We are a team of licensed professionals. Allow us to help create a personalized plan on how you can reach your goals. Team Raiders, financial services you can trust.
Through the years, designs and features of Honda vehicles have undergone changes. But at Action Honda, our commitment to give you the best service remains intact. We always aim for utmost customer satisfaction.
Ito po si Rafael Neves ng Action Honda. Whether bibili ka o hindi, it's always my pleasure to talk to our kababayan. Tuloy po kayo.
For new and used car sales, auto parts, car and body shop service, call 416-281-1234. Visit us at 4334 Kingston Road, Scarborough. Visit our website at www.myactionhonda.com. Action Honda, where car ownership is made easy.
I started My Baby because I wanted to use my skills and my expertise in ultrasound as an ultrasound technologist to make people happy. It's kind of a unique way to bring joy into families' lives, people who are expecting. It's a joyous moment. So being a part of this journey, their journey, it's such a blessing, it's such an honor. The memories we make in here, they're unforgettable.
Hello, Canada, and welcome to In Touch. Good evening. What is leadership? Leadership is the ability of an individual to lead, inspire, and guide to transform other individuals, groups, organizations, or societies for a good cause. A famous statement by a favorite author, Peter Drucker, said, "Management is doing things right, and leadership is doing the right things." My name is Teresa Torralba, and you're watching In Touch. Tonight, my special guest is a celebrated and distinguished personality in the Filipino-Canadian community. Paul Sagil is an award-winning Filipino-Canadian lawyer who has defended equality and human rights before the Supreme Court of Canada. He currently works for TD Bank Group, where he is on the front lines of fighting financial crime and combating corruption worldwide. Sagil is a dedicated community advocate and sits on a number of boards and advisory groups. He has taught internationally trained lawyers at the University of Toronto Faculty of Law. He has served on several not-for-profit organizations and chaired the Law Society of Ontario Equity Advisory Group and the Ontario Bar Association's Equality Committee. The Canadian Corporate Council of Association, the Ontario Bar Association, the Federal of Asian Lawyers have recognized him for professional excellence and community leadership. He is a passionate champion for access to justice, financial inclusion, and education as a pathway to success for everyone. And tonight, please join me in welcoming the liberal MPP candidate for the riding of Willowdale. Hello, Paul. How are you? Welcome to In Touch.
Kamusta? And maraming salamat for having me here. Magandang gabi to our kababayan who's tuning in to the Filipinos Making Waves Festival. I know this is an important initiative to bring our community together, and I just want to say thank you and congratulations for an exciting series. And I'm very happy to be here, and it's a great privilege to be part of the conversation and bring up our community together. So salamat again.
It's our pleasure, Paul. So, should we start? I do have my first question for you. Firstly, what made you decide to launch your political career in the riding of Willowdale?
Well, it's very important to me to see Filipino representation. I know that we've been fighting for this in our community for a long time, and this will be the first opportunity for us to have a member of provincial parliament here in Ontario. We've never had a Filipino Canadian represent us at Queen's Park.
That's
and
right.
I want to make history, and I want to help advance our community in that way. So Willowdale is very important to me. It's very important to my family. It's one of the first places where we founded, ourselves in a Filipino community when we first moved to Canada. One of our babysitters who was Filipino lived in Willowdale. We had a lot of church friends, growing up that lived and worked in Willowdale. And in fact, my very first job working for the company that I work for now, TD Bank, the first job that I had was actually in the riding of Willowdale. But one thing that's really important to me and my family is the fact that, we also lived in Willowdale. In fact, the last days of my grandfather's life, my lolo was in Willowdale, and it's a very special part of the city for me. It's a place where we've celebrated a lot of moments as family, and we've celebrated a lot of important milestones as a community. And I know that the riding represents to me a microcosm or an example of the broader diversity here in Toronto. There's, as we know, there's a big Filipino Canadian community there, but there are also very many other diverse Canadians there, new Canadians, people whose families have been here for generations, and it's really a good mix of the kind of city, the kind of diverse and vibrant city that Toronto is. And I think the issues at Willowdale are also very important to many people across the city of Toronto, across the province of Ontario. The issues that we're going to be fighting for in this election are going to be really important to the people in Willowdale, like affordable housing, like transportation, like access to meaningful public education and public health systems. And I think that with my experience, my professional background, but also my lived experience, I think I can represent the people of Willowdale. And that's why I've decided that I will be standing for the Ontario Liberal Party and its policies and its values in this election.
And that brings me to my second question, Paul. If elected, what steps would you take to put our Filipino community in a firmer footing?
So thank you for the question. There's a number of issues I think that we need to be fighting for on behalf of our community. One of the most important right now, and is a priority for the Liberal Party, is to repeal Bill 124, which is the wage suppression legislation that is impacting so many healthcare professionals, long-term care workers, and we know how many of the Filipino Canadian community rely on these jobs. And repealing Bill 124 will address the urgent need in our healthcare system, in our long-term care systems, to bring up resources and then to bring up capacity in those sectors. The second thing that I think is really important for us to tackle is affordable housing. We know how difficult it is to find affordable housing here in Toronto, in the Greater Toronto area, and a lot of new Canadians and importantly Filipino Canadian families have a hard time finding homes that are affordable for them, and that's one thing that the Liberal Party has an important plan and a priority for. Another aspect that I think is going to be important as we recover from the economy is making sure that our youth are able to access higher education and access the jobs of the future. We've seen studies where Filipino Canadian youth are falling behind their peers, particularly male Filipino Canadian youth are falling behind their peers in terms of post-secondary education and completion of post-secondary degrees. And I think it's really important to provide those incentives and to bring our youth up so that they are prepared for the economy that is changing before our very eyes, and the jobs of the future that they will need to be successful in.
That is actually what we're actually talking about in our community, Paul. So I'm glad you cleared those up and you were able to explain further all these needs that we are looking for, all the things that our community needed. And with you, hopefully this will be this will happen. So for now, we'll take a quick break and we will be back with Mr. Paul Seguil after a few words from our sponsors.
The accelerated speed of technological change to the nature of work has become both an opportunity and a threat to financial security. This kind of change can erode consumer confidence in the ability to create a stable financial future for themselves and their families. That's why we work with community organizations to rethink skills development and to help nurture a more inclusive economy. By helping support new skills training, entrepreneurship, and small business initiatives, we are working to make it a little easier for individuals and communities to prepare for the jobs and careers of tomorrow. Our dedication through the TD Ready commitment to investing in organizations that offer new skills training and entrepreneurship opportunities, both geared towards improving income stability, is just one way we are striving to help open doors to a more inclusive and sustainable tomorrow, and help people live their lives with more confidence. Let's help build a future that everyone can look forward to.
Thinking of a personal getaway, a honeymoon trip, or a family vacation? To get to your destination, booking your flight is one of the first things to do. Imperial Travel and Tours can help you find the best rates and more. We can also book your hotel, car rentals, and more. Thinking of a cruise or group tours? Let Imperial Travel and Tours help you get a nice package. Even for a personal or business trip, we can book return flights for you. Imperial Travel and Tours, booking flights and more.
Are you struggling with paying your bills? Are you living from paycheck to paycheck? You're worried about not having money for an emergency? And you have sleepless nights worrying about your retirement? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone. A good portion of Canadians are in the same situation. Hello, my name is Onette Mendoza and my passion is helping people get out of debt and reach their financial freedom. Coming from the corporate world, I worked hard for the money, but understanding how money works, now my money works hard for me. We are a team of licensed professionals. Allow us to help create a personalized plan on how you can reach your goals. Team Raiders, financial services you can trust.
This program is powered by Mentor Productions.
My next question is, what is your message, or what would you advise our kababayans who are actually thinking of getting into a political career in any levels of the government, be it municipal, provincial, federal, and I believe you're running for the provincial position. So can you give us some words of advice?
So it's an important priority for me and for many in our community to see more Filipino-Canadian representation at all levels of government. We need people to get involved in municipal politics. We need more people to get involved in provincial politics. As we've talked about, we've never had a Filipino-Canadian representative at Queen's Park. And while we elected the first Filipina in Parliament just
Yeah.
last fall with Rechi Valdez.
Yes.
We know that we need more Filipino Canadian representation at the federal government, and we haven't had a representative in over 20 years until Rechi got elected since Ray Pactacat. And so to me, it's very important to have these conversations, particularly with our youth, but any Filipino Canadian who has the experience and the interest in pursuing public office, that we need to encourage them. We need to provide them support as a community. There's an organization called the Filipino Canadian Political Association that is doing this advocacy work, that is doing this education work. And I want more Filipino Canadians to be aware of these efforts. But I also think we need to talk about the places in Canada where we need to gain this experience. So in corporate Canada, in not-for-profit sectors, in the public sector, there are Filipino Canadians working in all of these different industries and all of these different places of society. And we need to make space for Filipino Canadians to step up into leadership positions, because that's how they're going to be able to build the experience, to be able to build a public profile, to be eligible to run for public office. And for Filipino Canadians who are thinking about this as a potential career path, start now, start early, start getting involved. And there are many ways for you to do that. And I'm happy to talk to people along the way to tell them about my story, my journey in getting involved in politics. And hopefully that will inspire others to come forward as well.
Oh, that's good. And Paul, you mentioned about Rechi Valdez, and we are hoping to see the second Filipino in the government, and hopefully we can get more Filipinos in there. So do you have any lasting words for our listeners? And if you have, you can speak in Tagalog as well, so you can greet your fans and your followers. Go ahead, Paul.
Well, again, maraming salamat for inviting me to the show. It's really a privilege for me to be able to share part of my story. And I hope for our kababayan watching that, you see someone rising from the community that we can all rally and support. And I believe that the values, the bayanihan spirit that many of us bring when we come to Canada is something that I'm going to try to carry forward. And my request is simple. If you're interested in learning more about the campaign, please visit my website. It's paulsegill.ontarioliberal.ca, and I invite you to sign up on the mailing list. If you're interested in giving or volunteering for the campaign, that would be really welcome. I would really appreciate that. But one of the best things that people can do, and I know our community is really good at it, is spreading the word and talking and sharing the story about how we're trying to move forward in Canada together, move forward our community here in Ontario, move forward our community here in the city of Toronto. And I hope that me being here will set an example for many, many future Filipino Canadians to run for public office. And I hope that with my friend Rechi, with other Filipino Canadian politicians across the country, that we can set an example for the next generation of Filipino Canadian youth. So mabuhay, maraming salamat, and I look forward to seeing you on the campaign trail, and I look forward to seeing the rest of the program for the Filipinos Making Waves, and good luck with the rest of the events coming up.
Thank you so much, Paul. That was remarkable. And you are truly a pride of our community. And thank you all for tuning in with us tonight. We will be back again next Friday at the same time. Let's keep in touch. Mabuhay!
Thinking of a personal getaway? A honeymoon trip? Or a family vacation? To get to your destination, booking your flight is one of the first things to do. Imperial Travel and Tours can help you find the best rates and more. We can also book your hotel, car rentals, and more. Thinking of a cruise or group tours? Let Imperial Travel and Tours help you get a nice package. Even for a personal or business trip, we can book return flights for you. Imperial Travel and Tours, booking flights and more.
Are you struggling with paying your bills? Are you living from paycheck to paycheck? You're worried about not having money for an emergency? And you have sleepless nights worrying about your retirement? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone. A good portion of Canadians are in the same situation. Hello, my name is Onette Mendoza, and my passion is helping people get out of debt and reach their financial freedom. Coming from the corporate world, I worked hard for the money. But understanding how money works, now my money works hard for me. We are a team of licensed professionals. Allow us to help create a personalized plan on how you can reach your goals. Team Raiders, financial services you can trust.
The Design Proposal. We are an international interior design consultation company based between Toronto, Manila, and New York. Our experiences and attention to details ensure that we continue to exceed our clients' expectations. We pride ourselves on our innovation and the ability to collaborate with clients to create a space that they can truly treasure. Visit thedesignproposal.com for more information. Let's talk. Through the years, designs and features of Honda vehicles have undergone changes. But at Action Honda, our commitment to give you the best service remains intact. We always aim for utmost customer satisfaction.
Ito po si Rafael Neves ng Action Honda. Whether bibili ka o hindi, it's always my pleasure to talk to our kababayan. Tuloy po kayo.
For new and used car sales, auto parts, car and body shop service, call 416-281-1234. Visit us at 4334 Kingston Road, Scarborough. Visit our website at www.myactionhonda.com. Action Honda, where car ownership is made easy.
I started my baby because I wanted to use my skills and my expertise in ultrasound as an ultrasound technologist to make people happy. It's kind of a unique way to bring joy into families' lives, people who are expecting. It's a joyous moment. So being a part of this journey, their journey, it's such a blessing, it's such an honor. The memories we make in here, they're unforgettable.
everyone. Bonjour tout le monde. Kamusta po kayo dyan? My name is Aj Lusaya, and this is My OPM. This is a 4-part series during this month-long Filipinos Making Waves Festival, and we're restreaming live on Plaka TV here on Facebook. We hope to connect you to what we Filipinos love the most, and that is music. You know, the last episode, I got to sit down with a living legend, Tito Ramon Torralba from the Hot Dog Band, and he was at the forefront of OPM music when the movement began in the 70s and the 80s. Today, we get a special treat, and we get to meet a talented piece in the future of OPM music here in Canada. It's a great show that I feel that we have for you tonight. We're going to give you a mix of then and now. Of course, as I mentioned, we're going to start off with a very young and talented Filipino-Canadian singer, songwriter, actor. And later in our show, we're going to pay tribute to a very popular OPM legend in the Philippines who has left an indelible mark in the history of Philippine music. So let's get into it. Tonight, we have a guest. She's a fast rising star, not only in our community, but also has caught the attention of the mainstream entertainment community as well. Without further ado, let's welcome the very young and the very talented Kaylee Cerezo. Hi, Kaylee.
Hello, Kuya AJ. How are you?
I am well. Thank you for joining today and sitting down with us, and say hello to our viewers.
Hello, everyone.
Awesome. Well, you know, I'm going to jump right into it. I want people to get to know you and the things that you're working on today. But first, I would love to know, what city are you representing? Where are you from?
I'm from Whitby, Ontario.
Yes, Whitby. I'm nearby in the Bowmanville area, so... Durham, stand up. But since this is My OPM, which of course is original Filipino music, I'd love to know some of your roots, your Filipino roots, of course. And so you were born obviously in Canada, like myself. But I'd love to know, where's your mom from? Where are your parents from?
Well, of course, I only know my mom's side.
Right.
So, she was actually born in Megawain, Bulacan.
Ah.
So, yeah.
Have you ever visited?
Yes, I have. I've gone there so many times.
Have you?
Well, not really. It was only twice when I was younger. So I don't really remember it. But from what I remember, it was very nice.
That's awesome. When you were younger. So what, last year? No, that's awesome. Yes, it's definitely quite the experience. I encourage all Filipino Canadians, please visit your roots in the Philippines. Yeah. It's definitely an amazing time to stay connected to who we really are. But let's get into music. And I would love to know your origin story a little bit. Yeah. Tell me of when you first fell in love with music.
Okay, let me think about that. So when I first fell in love with music, I was probably at the age of 3, I'm guessing, because growing up, I was in a very musical family. Yep. My parents sing, my whole family sings, and my sisters sing as well. So growing up, I would always see my sisters singing, and I would always hear them, and I always wanted to. I was basically like, I wanted to be like them. I wanted to be like them when I was older. So yeah. That's
amazing. Tell me that you've experienced something similar that I have growing up. Karaoke. Is that something that's...
Yes. Oh my goodness, yes. Especially when I was in the Philippines, I would sing like crazy. Like people would try and take the mic away from me, and I would yank it back. I'd be like, no, this is my show. I'm singing.
There we go. It is definitely part of our culture. And so I'm glad that you got exposed to it as well, too. That's great. So, obviously, as I told you, I've looked onto your Instagram page and I believe your YouTube channel as well, too. So I'm a fan. But your style definitely reminds me of course, it's all Kaylee, but your style reminds me of some of the great new talents out there today, in mainstream music, such as like Olivia Rodrigo, Ariana Grande, Billie Eilish is in there as well, but it's all your twist. Let me know, and our viewers, who are some of your musical influences?
Some of my musical influences. Okay, so you already said this. I actually listen to Ariana Grande a lot.
Yeah.
Like a lot. Like a lot. But like she's kind of my main inspo.
Mm-hmm.
But I also growing up I would listen to R&B music all the time.
Yeah.
So I also have some R&B flavor into my music.
Yeah.
Another influence of mine is probably my sisters, because I was always there whenever they sing a song, and it was always R&B. So
right.
Yeah, R&B is definitely a really big thing, a part of my life. So
that's amazing. I can relate to that as well too. And actually, you brought up your sisters, and I have to admit, one of my fave videos on your Instagram and YouTube as well is you singing with one of your sisters, "Leave the Door Open" by Bruno Mars. Please, viewers, check it out. But you have, so that's, how many sisters do you have, basically?
I have 2 older sisters. I'm the young one.
You are, okay. Yeah. And they both sing too?
They do. They both sing.
Amazing. How was it growing up as the youngest one, especially being the youngest one that also liked singing? Was there any rivalries there? What was your experience growing up as the youngest trying to sing?
There was so much rivalry. It's because I would always copy them. When I was younger, I would always copy them. I'd always sing every song that they'd sing. Right. And always like, why are you copying me? Why are you doing this like me? Why are you doing that like me? And honestly, it's because I just wanted to be like them.
Yeah.
Where they were just, I just wanted to be like them when I was older.
And now you're your own.
Yes.
There is so getting the shine, getting interviewed.
Yep.
I'm glad to hear that, but it definitely is great to hear that some of your influences are within your own family as well too. So that's super cool too. Well, right now, Kaylee, we're gonna just go to break and thank some of our sponsors. So we'll be back for more My OPM with Kaylee Cereza.
The accelerated speed of technological change to the nature of work has become both an opportunity and a threat to financial security. This kind of change can erode consumer confidence in the ability to create a stable financial future for themselves and their families. That's why we work with community organizations to rethink skills development and to help nurture a more inclusive economy. By helping support new skills training, entrepreneurship, and small business initiatives, we are working to make it a little easier for individuals and communities to prepare for the jobs and careers of tomorrow. Our dedication through the TD Ready commitment to investing in organizations that offer new skills training and entrepreneurship opportunities, both geared towards improving income stability, is just one way we are striving to help open doors to a more inclusive and sustainable tomorrow, and help people live their lives with more confidence. Let's help build a future that everyone can look forward to.
Thinking of a personal getaway? A honeymoon trip? Or a family vacation? To get to your destination, booking your flight is one of the first things to do. Imperial Travel and Tours can help you find the best rates and more. We can also book your hotel, car rentals, and more. Thinking of a cruise or group tours? Let Imperial Travel and Tours help you get a nice package. Even for a personal or business trip, we can book return flights for you. Imperial Travel and Tours, booking flights and more.
Are you struggling with paying your bills? Are you living from paycheck to paycheck? You're worried about not having money for an emergency, and you have sleepless nights worrying about your retirement? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone. A good portion of Canadians are in the same situation. Hello, my name is Onette Mendoza, and my passion is helping people get out of debt and reach their financial freedom. Coming from the corporate world, I worked hard for the money, but understanding how money works, now my money works hard for me. We are a team of licensed professionals. Allow us to help create a personalized plan on how you can reach your goals. Team Raiders, financial services you can trust.
This program is powered by Mentor Productions.
Welcome back to my OPM. If you're just tuning in, I'm here sitting with and talking to the very talented and awesome Kaylee Cerezo.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Yes, we're going to continue this interview and get to know Kaylee even more. So we talked about a little bit of music. We'll touch back on that in a little bit. But now I'd love to know from, outside of music, what are some of the things that you're focusing on for your studies, like in school? Tell us about that.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so, my mom doesn't know this yet. My mom doesn't know this yet. But I kind of feel like I want to get into hairstyling. So, like, I'm taking chemistry.
Wow.
Yeah, it's next year, though. Thank goodness. I have so much time to prepare. That's, like, so scary. I'm taking a lot of auto for some reason. I don't know. I just want to learn about cars more.
Hey?
And I'm also taking musical theater. So,
of course.
Not really surprising, but
no, I know that was right up your alley. Anyway.
Yeah.
Where do you study right now? Where are you going to school?
Well, I go to Father Leo J. Austin. It's not an art school, but it does have an art program. So. Yeah.
Represent, and that's in Whitby as well, right?
Yes.
Cool. That is great to hear. And so, your musical theater. So, are you in music theater now, or?
I am. Yes, I am.
And how are you loving that? Is it teaching you some good fundamentals?
It's honestly amazing. Like, everybody there is so nice. They're so welcoming.
Yeah.
Like, like the awkwardness, like, whenever like you meet people for the first time and it's like an awkward room and everything is just silent. Like it was way different than that. Like everybody was greeting everybody and it was like a whole party. It was like a party.
I have a similar experience. I graduated from a art school as well too and was in the music theater program, so I totally know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad you're getting that experience too. One thing that I wanted to also ask about, because it's related to, performance and your art. But recently, I heard that you were the winner in a PIDC songwriting contest with an original song. I see you as the new generation of original Filipino music here in Canada. So you're the extension and the continuation of that. Well, tell us about that song. What was that process like? What was the song, and what was it about?
Okay, so my song the song that I won with is Conclusions. Mm-hmm. I wrote it in my room. I usually write songs very late at night for some reason. It's just like when I'm tired, I just get things like going through my mind.
Yeah.
So I made it in my room. It was late at night. And you see, I like this boy. And I don't know. I just wanted to make a song about him. And I was like, let me do it right now. It just felt like the right moment. And I made the song, and I didn't even say this, but it's about a guy. It's about a guy that I like. I talk about it. I talk about what's happening.
So many things are getting revealed today. This is
I know
awesome.
this is so embarrassing, but
I wonder if
I'm getting pink. But
this is real.
yeah, this is real, the real deal. Yeah, most of my songs, they're very special to me.
Yes,
It's about like things that I go through in life,
of course.
and for some reason, all of them are about guys.
Well, that's not uncommon, and I think it's a real emotion that's coming out on paper, and it got you to win the contest. So,
Yeah,
congratulations!
So props to the guy.
It's a win-win.
Yes, it is.
Amazing. I won't ask for more specifics on that, but I'd love to know a little bit about your songwriting process, though. So obviously, you're inspired with emotion, and you start thinking about the guy in this case. But do you start with like a melody? Do you play maybe an instrument and start with just a sound? How does it work for you?
Well, sometimes I like, messing with my piano.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I like messing with my guitar, and I just make like a chord progression. Like sometimes I like searching it up on YouTube, like chord progressions. And I kind of just like add different chords together.
Yeah.
And then that's when I start making the melody. I start humming it in my brain, and then I just start creating the words, and like it just kind of flows out naturally.
Yeah.
It's so cool to me because like I don't even know how I do that.
Right.
So yeah, that's pretty much how I do it. Yeah, I start with the melody, start with the chord progression, and then I just have a whole song just right in front of me, and I'm just like, wow.
It's like magic, and it's like riding a wave. Last week we talked to Tito Torralba, and he was explaining some of their songwriting process, back in the day. And same sort of thing. It always goes off of, an emotion, and it just strikes you, and then the music starts filling in, and before you know it, you have a song in front of you, which is great. That's amazing. Thank you for doing that. And you know what? I think this is a perfect time to back up what we've been talking about. And if you'd be willing to grace our viewers with a song, is that something you'd be down to do?
No.
Okay.
Joke lang. Of course, yeah, I'll do it.
Amazing. Okay, so let's go to one of your songs. If you have an original song ready to go, why don't you intro it for us, and we'll bring it over to Kaylee.
For sure. Okay, so the song that I'll be singing is Patient for You. I wrote this in February. Also about a guy.
I see a recurring theme here.
Yeah, there's a little theme going on. And it's basically talking about how I'll just keep on waiting, and I'll just keep on waiting for him.
Sounds good.
Yeah, let me show you, and I hope you guys like it.
Without further ado, on my OPM, this is Kaylee Cerezo singing one of her original songs, Patient for You.
Thank you. Don't know if I want you. Got other girls staring like the way I do. I really wish I got to show you the way that I felt for you. But I'ma keep it to myself. You'll be living in my head, it's all I'm free. Love everything about you. When I looked at you, I knew that you were meant for me. I wish I could tell you everything that's on my mind, but I think that you deny all the things, 'cause I'm not your type of girl. Maybe I'm missing a few things, but just know I'll be patient. I'll be so patient for you. I'ma give all the time you need. I keep falling for you. You keep tripping me until I bleed. I'll wait. I keep waiting here for you. But just for a moment, I'll be patient. Patiently waiting for you. patiently waiting for you. I'll be saying that I'm through with him, telling myself that him and I are through. I just wanna move on, but somehow I keep going back to you. Memories replay in my mind, wanna forget all the things you said, and I give it all of my time. Why do I so want you really bad? I could tell you everything that's on my mind, but I think that you deny all the things, 'cause I'm not your type, girl. Maybe I'm missing a few things, but just know I'll be patient. I'll be so patient for you. I'ma give all the time you need. I keep falling for you. You keep tripping me until I bleed. I'll wait. I'll keep waiting here for you. But just for a moment, I'll be patient. I'll be so all the time you need. You keep tripping me until I bleed. I'll wait. I'll keep waiting here for you. But just for a moment, I'll be patient, patiently waiting for you. Patiently waiting for you.
Yeah, that was Kaylee Cerezo, patiently waiting for you. That was amazing, Kaylee.
Thank you for having me. Oh my goodness, that was so scary. That was so scary.
You did amazing. And I do have a few more questions, but right now, after that performance, I need a little break. So I am going to bring it over to our sponsors for a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back here on My OPM.
Filipino Making Waves would like to thank the following sponsors: Modelo Cosmetic Clinic, refresh, renew, rejuvenate. Kabalen, the restaurant serves authentic dishes from Pampanga. Sinflix Studio, strong capabilities in content planning. Amore Office Installation, for professional office installation services, call Amore. Media sponsors: Balita, Filipino-Canadian community newspaper with more than 30 years in service. Waves News, the feel-good Filipino community news in Toronto. This program is powered by Mentor Productions.
Welcome back to My OPM. I am your host, Aj Lusaya. And if you're just tuning in, well, you missed a lot of great things, but we are here with Kaylee Cerezo. Hi, Kaylee.
Hello, everybody.
So, Kaylee, we're going to continue on with this interview because, I don't think our viewers quite have scratched the surface on your talents and your abilities, because so far we've talked about your music, your origins, a little bit of your ates, your schooling. We've heard you sing your amazing original song, but people need to know that you're also a very talented actor, Mini Pop Kids, and also, most notably, at least to me for now, is I heard that you were recently cast on a special on Netflix called 13 the Musical. Tell us about that. Let us in on what 13 the Musical is all about.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so 13 the Musical. It was actually a musical, but now it's a movie on Netflix. Yeah, like many famous people like Ariana Grande, Liz Lillies were actually the original cast of 13. And it's so amazing that I actually had the opportunity to get casted as Molly, and it's just mind-blowing. Like, everybody's so nice there. Like, the whole production is just amazing. Like, it's so crazy being in front of a camera.
Yeah.
And just like, you know, singing and dancing and showing other people like what you love doing. Yeah, like when you watch the movie, there's like, you're gonna see so many talented people there, 14 of us.
Wow.
And so many amazing dancers. Yeah, everybody there was just honestly like hands down the best, amazing. And I would definitely do it again. But yeah.
What is like the premise of the special or the musical? Do you have like a brief snippet of what it's all about?
Yeah, so it's actually about Evan Goldman. He's trying to do a bar mitzvah,
right?
But he has to move away. So there's new people, new everything, like new school, new house, and he just kind of had to restart again. Right. So we just kind of see everything that's happening in his life. He gets new friends, and some conflict happens too. And yeah, you see all of that happen, but then in the end, he also has his bar mitzvah. So
there we go. So it sounds like a very coming of age story with a lot of different characters. You said your character is Molly. Tell us about Molly. What's that character like, and how was it portraying Molly on screen?
Okay, yeah. So Molly, honestly, she's kind of like me.
Perfect.
Yeah, because Tamara, the director, she was like, I want to make all these characters exactly like you, so you guys don't have to act, and it just comes naturally.
Right.
And I'm like, oh wow, that's amazing. I've never done that before. I was like, wow, a character like me? That's crazy. Like, I mean, you know, I am the best. Just kidding.
And so humble.
Oh, that was a joke. But yeah, Molly loves music. She's all about music, and that honestly hits me so hard because I'm in love with music.
Of course.
So yeah, she's also very friendly. She loves talking to people, and yeah.
Awesome. Was there? Well, I mean, it sounds like the role was cast just for you, so I don't imagine there'd be too much preparation, but was there anything that you did to kind of get ready for the role? Did your music theater experience help out a little bit?
Yeah, well, you see, Molly also had to learn how to dance. She had to know how to dance. So, oh my goodness, rehearsal, we were just going at it.
Yeah.
And it was hard to memorize all the lines, all the songs, all the lyrics, all the choreography.
Yeah.
So I just had to people would ask me if I could go somewhere. I was like, no, I'm so sorry. I have to focus on this.
Right.
Yeah. Also, I had to put myself in Molly's mindset. I had to be a little bit more preppy, a little bit more OMG totes.
Right.
OMG totes. Yeah, of course you can do that. So yeah, but it was very easy because people around me we were just all bouncing off of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. What a great environment to be in and grow in as well too as an actor.
For sure.
And that's really good to hear. And I'm curious to know, where did you all film?
Oh my goodness, we filmed everywhere.
Yeah.
It's places that you don't even know exist.
In Canada or?
In Canada, yes.
Okay.
We're more specific. Sorry about that. But yeah, we filmed in Canada, everywhere, in Ontario, Toronto. Yeah. But places that you would have never known existed until you actually drive there.
Right.
There was so much open land. We filmed some in Toronto. We filmed some in Aurora.
Right.
And many more that I cannot remember because I don't know where it is.
You just followed along and.
Yeah, I was kind of there. But sorry, my dogs.
Oh, there you go. The guest singer.
But yeah, I was just there. It was amazing. Everything was so colorful, and I was like, oh my goodness, this was like a magical place. So yeah.
That's great. What a great experience. Obviously, as I mentioned before when we met, obviously went on Netflix and tried to look for it, but it's apparently not out yet. But do you have dates that you can share, or when our viewers get to watch you on screen?
Yes, I do actually. I have 3. I have 3 because I don't know where.
3 dates?
Yeah, maybe 4. March, April, May.
One of those.
So maybe look in the springtime.
Okay.
They'll see us.
You know what? It's the right time to drop something on Netflix.
Exactly.
Everyone's on there anyway. So.
Exactly. Everybody's inside, March break.
Well, you know what? We're going to stay close to your social media. Can you share with our viewers your social media pages so
I would love
stay
to.
for updates? Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to. Well, of course, you already follow me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You can follow me on Instagram. That's my main platform. My name is It's Kaylee Cerezo. ITS Kaylee Cerezo. Sometimes people think that it's just Kaylee Cerezo because I say it's. That's why I have to make it very specific.
You can find it with your name anyway, though.
Yeah, you can find it with my name, just Kaylee Cerezo, and you'll be all set.
You can be one of her over 10K followers on Instagram. Influencer vibes. That's awesome. Well, you know what? It was a pleasure to talk to you today. You definitely are a Filipino who's making waves, and super proud of what you're accomplished so far. I'd love to know what's next for you.
What's next for me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm definitely gonna be more active on social media, so watch out. Maybe I'll post some new covers, some new singles.
I'll be there. I'll be patient for you. Hey.
For you.
And I'd also love for you to, share with us a message that you have for any aspiring artists or a vocalist. I own a karaoke company outside of this, and I get to meet a lot of good and bad singers. But in the Durham area, there's a lot of artists actually, and I'd love to hear from somebody who's already accomplished a lot in your young career. What are some messages that you might have for some aspiring teens who are trying to get into it?
Honestly, just work hard. Work hard. It pays off. It really does. It might be such a long process to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't take me that long. It didn't take me that long, but sometimes starting from the bottom is it's so hard getting all the way to the top, and you just have to really push yourself. Get out of your comfort zone, because you won't really know your limits until you actually try. So just work hard. If you really love music, you would work it. You would work it. You will work it. And just follow what you truly love. And if it doesn't work out for you, just do something else and you'll be all set.
That's amazing. And whether you realize it or not, Kaylee, this is a observation from me to you. I've done the music thing as well too, and lived in the Philippines for a bit as well, and got to experience the entertainment scene there, as well as our people. And whether you realize it or not, you are embodying some of those values and characteristics of our Filipino people, which is obviously the love for music, but also working hard and smiling while doing it, and so I appreciate that and appreciate you, and just thanks so much for sitting down with me today and letting our viewers get to know you.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. I had so much fun on here.
Great. All right, Kaylee, well, once again, thank you for joining us here today and letting my viewers get to know you and understand your origins. Super appreciate you being here today.
Thank you so much for having me. I had so much fun here.
Me as well. And so, this wraps up this portion of my OPM. Again, thank you, Kaylee, for joining us. We just have a message for you, and that is, of course, keep on growing, learning, and doing your thing. We're all behind you and proud of you for carrying this torch of music and, of course, being an OPM rising superstar. I appreciate you for just repping yourself, the Durham region, Filipinos, and Filicans across the country. So thank you again.
The accelerated speed of technological change to the nature of work has become both an opportunity and a threat to financial security. This kind of change can erode consumer confidence in the ability to create a stable financial future for themselves and their families. That's why we work with community organizations to rethink skills development and to help nurture a more inclusive economy. By helping support new skills training, entrepreneurship, and small business initiatives, we are working to make it a little easier for individuals and communities to prepare for the jobs and careers of tomorrow. Our dedication through the TD Ready commitment to investing in organizations that offer new skills training and entrepreneurship opportunities, both geared towards improving income stability, is just one way we are striving to help open doors to a more inclusive and sustainable tomorrow and help people live their lives with more confidence. Let's help build a future that everyone can look forward to.
Thinking of a personal getaway, a honeymoon trip, or a family vacation? To get to your destination, booking your flight is one of the first things to do. Imperial Travel and Tours can help you find the best rates and more. We can also book your hotel, car rentals, and more. Thinking of a cruise or group tours? Let Imperial Travel and Tours help you get a nice package. Even for a personal or business trip, we can book return flights for you. Imperial Travel and Tours, booking flights and more.
Are you struggling with paying your bills? Are you living from paycheck to paycheck? You're worried about not having money for an emergency? And you have sleepless nights worrying about your retirement? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone. A good portion of Canadians are in the same situation. Hello, my name is Onette Mendoza, and my passion is helping people get out of debt and reach their financial freedom. Coming from the corporate world, I worked hard for the money, but understanding how money works, now my money works hard for me. We are a team of licensed professionals. Allow us to help create a personalized plan on how you can reach your goals. Team Raiders, financial services you can trust.
This program is powered by Mentor Productions.
Well, viewers, we've come to this next portion of our My OPM episode, The Then. You know, we've had this long hiatus from watching live events, and we all miss live concerts. And for this portion, we invited Tito Ramon Torralba, an original Hot Dog member, a friend and colleague of an OPM music legend that we're about to feature and pay tribute to. Hello, Tito Mon. Welcome back.
Hi, AJ. Yes, I'm back. Hello to my OPM viewers. I'm really glad to be here, AJ. Thanks for inviting me.
Awesome. Well, you know, I'm glad that you are back again. And I just found it very appropriate to have Tito Mon here to shed some light on our featured artist. In the mid-70s, after Hot Dog released its first two hit singles that we talked about on last episode, Miss Universe and Purse Love, there was a big buzz going around the music industry about a singer who covered a popular song at the time titled The Way We Were. The twist about this song and about this singer is that he induced Taglish lyrics, that's Tagalog, and English lyrics, and he sang it with such a unique and soulful passion. We're talking about, of course, a musical icon referred to as the Philippines' total entertainer, Rico J. Puno.
Yes, AJ, you weren't born yet when that song became a smash hit.
I don't think I was.
You know, it started with a funny, not really funny, but a narration about the good old days when you hardly had enough cash to ask your girlfriend for a date. Then it goes to the verse which says,
Yeah.
Alaala nang tayo'y mag-sweetheart pa.
I remember this one now.
Do you? Can you sing that, AJ?
I'll give it a try. Ala ala nang tayo'y mag-sweetheart pa, nang mamasyal pa sa luneta, nang walang pera. There we go.
Very good, AJ. You know, Aj Lusaya is also a well-known singer in the community, and he has this karaoke happening in Durham.
I do.
Yes.
So I get to sing all the
Congratulations on
time.
that.
Thank you.
In the show, because we all miss going out and attending concerts, we thought our audience would appreciate us showing excerpts from Rico Puno's live concert in Toronto.
Now, Tito Mon, you were a part of this concert, right?
Yes, I was happy to be called on to this concert, or I was so happy to play guitar for Rico Puno during this concert. You know, I left the music scene back home and migrated to Canada eons ago. It was a surprise for me to be invited to play the guitar for Rico Puno. This was at the Canadian National Exhibition grounds. It was actually our first time to see each other after so many years. During the mid-70s, until I left for Canada, we always bumped into each other then in concerts, TV shows, and other big events, alongside with many other celebrities during those times. In fact, there was a humbling article written about the top 10 newsmakers of the 70s. And guess what? Rico Puno and Hot Dog were there, alongside with President Marcos and Imelda. So that was really humbling. That was really something else. So when we saw each other for the rehearsal to this concert, we had a really fun talk about, guess what? The way we were.
Ito isa sa pinaka-memorable sa akin kasi una-una, na-meet ko sila Joel Recla. Pangalawa, na-meet ko si Mon. Si Mon, matagal ko nang nakasama sa industriya. Pero yung mga binigay niya sa akin, pinakitang mga regalo na pictures na hinahanap ko nung araw pa. Para doon sa, siyempre, pagka matagal ko na sa industry. Ako, I've been in the industry for 35 years. For me to see a panorama picture namin ng Hot Dog kasama si Celeste since 1978, pakita natin isang a big surprise for me, and ngayon ko lang naintindihan yung ibig sabihin ng ito panghabang buhay na litrato na pwede mo ipakita sa mga anak mo na hindi ka na kailangan magyabang pa, na ito kami nung araw, ganito kami ka-importante ng mga panahon na yun.
Ang ibig mo sabihin si Mon Torralba ng Hot Dog?
Ay, oo. Si Mon Torralba ng Hot Dog. Diba yan? Siya yung gumawa nung gano'n, yung Twinkie. Yung Twinkie tayo, makikita.
First Love,
First Love. Yun ang gusto ko nung araw At I'm also proud to say na right after them, sumunod ako. At kami nag-umpisa na yung mga ginagawa ng mga Filipino artists ngayon, isa kami sa ginagawang library. Kami yung libro ng mga bagong artist ngayon dito sa atin sa Pilipinas.
Wow, that was a really cool throwback interview clip. And it's nice to know how important Hot Dog and Rico Puno were during the 70s. So why don't we just go ahead and start sharing some of Rico Puno's concert clips? Rico has recorded Taglish covers as well as many of his own original songs, of course. Let's watch as he performs this classic song, Buhat, with his unique singing style.
Alam niyo, nung ako'y sikat na sikat pa during the 70s, every time I sing a song, they always shout and clap their hands. Can you do this again out of respect, please? Bawat buhay ay may kasaysayan. Tulad ng pinag-ialihan nang tayo'y magtanan. Takot lamang ay di mo pakinggan, ngunit ang katotohanan, I love you too, kita'y minamahal.
The accelerated speed of technological change to the nature of work has become both an opportunity and a threat to financial security. This kind of change can erode consumer confidence in the ability to create a stable financial future for themselves and their families. That's why we work with community organizations to rethink skills development and to help nurture a more inclusive economy. By helping support new skills training, entrepreneurship, and small business initiatives, we are working to make it a little easier for individuals and communities to prepare for the jobs and careers of tomorrow. Our dedication through the TD Ready commitment to investing in organizations that offer new skills training and entrepreneurship opportunities, both geared towards improving income stability is just one way we are striving to help open doors to a more inclusive and sustainable tomorrow, and help people live their lives with more confidence. Let's help build a future that everyone can look forward to.
Thinking of a personal getaway? A honeymoon trip? Or a family vacation? To get to your destination, booking your flight is one of the first things to do. Imperial Travel and Tours can help you find the best rates and more. We can also book your hotel, car rentals, and more. Thinking of a cruise or group tours? Let Imperial Travel and Tours help you get a nice package. Even for a personal or business trip, we can book return flights for you. Imperial Travel and Tours, booking flights and more.
Are you struggling with paying your bills? Are you living from paycheck to paycheck? You're worried about not having money for an emergency? And you have sleepless nights worrying about your retirement? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone. A good portion of Canadians are in the same situation. Hello, my name is Onette Mendoza, and my passion is helping people get out of debt and reach their financial freedom. Coming from the corporate world, I worked hard for the money, but understanding how money works, now my money works hard for me. We are a team of licensed professionals. Allow us to help create a personalized plan on how you can reach your goals. Team Raiders, financial services you can trust.
This program is powered by Mentor Productions.
Again, I am in awe. Wow, it was just nice to watch the Philippines' total entertainer in action. What an inspiration. Throughout his almost 40 years in show business, I don't think he ever lost his rapport with his audience. In fact, Tito Mon, there was a video clip I saw on YouTube, and I think he was doing a concert called The Hitmakers. And at one point, in the middle of him singing, he just simply raised his hands and said, "Respect, respect" to his crowd. And they started clapping out of respect for him. He definitely had a command of his audience.
That's Rico for you. And you know what's so unique? He inserts this tongue-in-cheek comedy and gets away with adult humor.
I think that was definitely something that was unique. It reminds me of a time my mom and dad in late 90s or early 2000s, they actually attended one of Rico J's concerts. And I remember that evening they came home so happy and just laughing at the jokes. They were trying to explain it to me, but I wasn't at the concert, so I didn't fully understand. But I remember that as a really great memory of a time when my parents were so happy, and it just shows the impact of, Rico J. Puno's entertainment and the magic that he brings on stage.
Yes, I agree with that. Emotions. When you watch a concert like Rico Puno's concerts, you just end up laughing at the end. Because he comes up with these silly jokes and funny theatrics. So that's what Rico Puno is, a total entertainer.
Yeah, I think and I think that's something that the Filipino people love. Not only just music, but also laughter and having a good time.
Yeah.
So Tito Mon, among his many hits, what do you consider as your favorite?
My favorite?
Mm-hmm.
I would say the song May Bukas Pa. In English, There Is Still a Tomorrow. The title alone of that song gives us a message of hope. It lifts me up when I'm having a bad day. Incidentally, I brushed into an article where he mentioned that song happens to be Rico J's favorite as well.
Ang kasawi sa iyong buhay. Sikat din ang iyong araw. Ang landas mo ay mag-iilaw. Sana'y ang buhay ay ganyan, mayroong ligaya at tumbay. Maghintay at may maghanap bukas. Raise your hands. May bukas na. Hindi magtaas ang kamay, mamamatay. Tulungan ka ng Diyos. Everybody sing. Ang iyong hallelujah! Nasa puso mo ay mamayanan. If you give respect to yourself, prepare to recognize all of you. Sana'y ang buhay ay ganyan, mayroong ligaya at tumbay. Maghintay at may naghanap bukas. Everybody sing it. Raise your hand. Raise your hands. Tulungan ka ng Diyos. Ang iyong pagkalooban, isalangin mo sa may kapal. Nasa puso mo ay mamayanan.
In 1979, Rico J. Puno represented the Philippines at the Tokyo Music Festival. He performed an original song that imparted messages on how an individual could strive to change for the better, on how to gain humility and other human values. It spoke about how not to judge others, and it really also expressed some of the struggles against one's own weaknesses. The title of the song is Lupa. In English, it means ground or earth soil.
Sa lupa na mula
Well, my OPM viewers, we have now come to the end of the then portion of our program. Tito Mon, this is our tribute to a great recording artist, a legend who never failed to give us great entertainment, happiness, and laughter.
Yes, AJ, Rico Puno is a friend to everyone. He's so funny, and yet when you meet him, you get close to him, and confident, even if he's high up there in the celebrity list. Well, but sad to say, I miss my friend Rico J. And Philippines have lost one of its music icons on October 2018. Well, that is fate, AJ.
Yeah.
We get to enjoy special friends only for a season. But his memories and classic songs will remain here with us for a lifetime.
I totally agree, Tito Mon. And I think it's important for shows like ours, My OPM, to continue to give exposure to this music and continue on the legacy of OPM music and artists like Rico J. Puno. I want to thank you, of course, Tito Mon, for joining us here again this week. And to our My OPM viewers, we hope that you enjoyed tonight's show. We also hope that you tune in again next Friday for another session of My OPM. Before we let you go, though, we want to leave you with Rico J. Puno's classic song about destiny, Kapalaran.
Kung hanapin, di matagpuan. At kung minsan, lumalapit ng di mo alam. Bakit may ligaya kung anong kapalaran.
Filipino Making Waves would like to thank the following sponsors: Modelo Cosmetic Clinic, Refresh, Renew, Rejuvenate. Kabalen, the restaurant serves authentic dishes from Pampanga. Sinflix Studio, strong capabilities in content planning. Amore Office Installation, for professional office installation services, call Amore. Media sponsors: Balita, Filipino-Canadian community newspaper with more than 30 years in service. Waves News, the feel-good Filipino community news in Toronto. This program is powered by Mentor Productions.